Alright, Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to begin by giving all praises, all glory, and all honor to Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Rachakodash, Rakatom, giving double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS for pushing this doctrine in all sincerity and in truth. To the men standing by the highways and byways pushing this doctrine, we say Shalom. And even to the Akwat Yum out there sitting and listening in silence, we say Shalom. Alright, they're your brothers Hananiah, Masha Allah, Isaiah, and we out here at the One Ratazar to bring some edification. Lord willing, this will be edifying on the topic Fear the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. And we'd like to begin introducing this topic in Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 21. My son, fear thou the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi and the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change. So we see in here, we begin in this video, we're telling you to fear the Lord. That is a direct commandment to fear the Lord. It was just stated here in Proverbs 24 and 21. Going to Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6, right? And it reads, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is his treasure. So we see in here, like how Mr. Krabs like money, that is how the Lord like he fear. It's like the same thing. He treasures that. He wants you to fear him. He needs you to do it, in fact. And we proven this. There is Jeremiah 32 and 40. And I, the Lord speaking here, will make an everlasting covenant, a covenant, an agreement with them, the Israelites, that I will not turn away from them to do them good, but I will put my fear, meaning we fear of him, he can put that in we hearts, we minds, that they shall not depart from me. So we see in here, the Lord so treasure he fear, we fear of him, that he literally can force we to fear him. And what? So that what? In this, here, will we read in the back, right? This covenant, I'll make an everlasting covenant, an agreement with them, that I will not turn away from them to do them good. So what? For we to be good in life as the Israelites, and for the Lord not to turn his face away from me and pretend like he don't know we have to fear him. That is basically the terms of this agreement. We gonna fear ye, and in return, we gonna be good for it. And we could go to Psalms chapter 111, starting at verse 9. He sent redemption, salvation, as read in Jeremiah 32 and 40, unto his people, the Israelites. He hath commanded his covenant forever. Same covenant we now read about in Jeremiah. Holy and reverent is his name. So we're supposed to reverence the name of the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. The fear of the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endureth forever. There is Proverbs chapter 1, and we read in verse 7. The fear of the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. To say you're a man who don't fear the Lord, or to make a claim like we don't need to fear the Lord, he's not afraid, that is foolishness and cunt talk. You need to fear the Lord. You can't have wisdom. You can't know nothing in this life. What you need to know, what paramount to know, what worth knowing to us, without being afraid of the Lord. You have to fear the Lord for you to lead you to those fountains of wisdom and knowledge. For you to give you that breath of life, which is doctrine, you need to fear the Lord to be given that. If you don't have the fear of the Lord, you can't give it to you. And there is the second point you want to introduce, why you should only fear the Lord. Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi.
To bring out this, we'll go to Luke chapter 12, verse 4. Start at verse 4, point being in 5. And I say unto you, my friends, be not afraid of them that kill the body. This is Yahawashi speaking. And after that, have no more that they can do. So you're not supposed to afraid. Let me say you're afraid of a cobra. Just a pass small face on it, or the police, or the fucking the boogeyman. The boogeyman. It have nothing that they can do that can be worse. I'm not after that. After they kill the body, they have nothing more they could do to you. And we learn in the scriptures that to die is gain, but not going into that topic. It have nothing they could do to you really, 100% really. They can't kill you and bring you back and make you live a shit life like we do, you know. For turning my face away from the Lord. Because they really, oh yeah, I was trying to tell you, if the more, no, I'm not going to verse 5, but I will forewarn you whom ye shall fear. Fear him, Yahawah, which after he had killed, had power to cast into hell. Now we know hell is not real thing, so we're talking about a hellish state on earth. This current bullshit life we live in. This current shit situation here. That person you didn't like can't work at all. That girl who fucking on your head, who else? Any shit situation here in life which is hell. The most higher power to is he put it we say and had power to cast into hell. Yeah, I say unto you fear him. Who's that Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi? He after he kill you, he can bring you back here to live a next shit life and kill you a fucking gain. He got power to do that. Boogeyman in doing that. Like that cobra when they done bite you and your mother come dead in a hospital, you just gotta go back in the spiritual to come back and maybe our next cobra bite you again. We know but the cobra can't make that happen is the most high.
Right, so we seen there, as the brother just explained, fear the man, fear the face behind who have the power to do those things to you, but don't fear the things that he will do to you. And now,
or rather who he sends, or what he puts as a cause to make you have a. Let me say is that we're talking about here in this case. Don't fear what gonna put the debt upon you, what you using to put the debt upon you, but fear the one who even sent it in the first place, which is Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. And we go to Psalms chapter 2, verse 11 to 12. It's Psalm chapter 2, verse 11 to 12. Serve Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi with what? With fear, and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way. When his wrath is kindled but a little, blessed are all they that put their trust in him. We saying here, this is how you should fear Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Serve Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi with fear and rejoice with trembling. Kiss his Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way. Wait, St. Proverbs 21 and 16. The man that wandered out of the way of understanding shall remain where in the congregation of the dead. I don't want to be dead. I don't want to be there. I know come in the street and I hear some men fucking get up and leave the street for some men. And the most high he come and show them the way a little bit, just a sniff of the fucking way and then tell you go from fucking here after that. That is a fearful thing. Some men out here freaking the perishing from the way, not just death. A man come and hit you 3-4 bullets and you're going. These men had a sniff at the knowledge of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. I'm just get up and say, I fuck that, I go and you this and Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. He give you a small sniff of glory and take that away from you. You not afraid of that? These people, man, I have to fear Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi because we didn't open up with it, but what inspired me to do this video was we older brother, right? We was trying to enlighten him with the word. And we told him, well, he's a one of the sins he loves to commit is adultery. And we as well hammer here, so you see, like, bro, you shouldn't be committing adultery. You shouldn't be going and having sex with all these multiple women who are man and all kind of thing. You shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, but I can't do that kind of thing. I said, well, because the most I go fuck you up for that. You afraid the most I go fuck you up for that. He tell you, don't do this. You shouldn't fucking do this, else he go fuck you up for that. Hear this man. Well, what you go do that for? Why are you afraid for? We gonna do me that for? I don't kill nobody, I don't rob nobody, I don't steal from nobody. I said, but that ain't nothing to do with it. You committing one in the sins he tell you not to do. You trying to tell me you way in sin, well, yeah, but yeah, but I don't do nobody nothing. Yeah, and he's so ignorant. We telling him he's sinning, and he ain't focusing on the fact that he's sinning. He think the end all be all of sin is kill, murder, and steal, is it? Yeah, literally. So he think because he ain't killing nobody, he ain't murdering nobody, he ain't stealing and from nobody, but that is it. He could go ahead and do what I see. What I said, but you see, you hearing this, most I will fuck you up for that because I blaspheme you, say, yeah, I'm professing against the most I name because you trying to say that them is the only sins the man said don't do.
And just to add to what the brother was saying about the trembling, right? There is Philippians chapter 2 and verse 12, right? Wherefore, my beloved, the Apostle Paul talking, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. And I could read verse 13. For it is power which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure. Again, how we supposed to fear the Lord? It's supposed to be a trembling fear. You're supposed to think of the kind of things the Most High could do to you, and that's supposed to shake you. Like, it's literally supposed to shake you what it is the Most High could really do out here. And the fact that we even here and living this shit life should shake you. He say we the sons of the promise. Once he love the most, and look at the shit life we live in. Look at the fuckery this man who are we. The shit he now say to make we do this whole video. Look at what he now say. Look at the madness he say. Because we go and get into this. The Most High put he here to say that, and then go and fuck him up for saying that. That is one of the maddest things you could do in this life. One of the maddest things you to say the Most High don't have no right to do you anything, and he put you here. He put you here to live this shit life, to go through all this suffering. And not just the suffering, you might get $1, $2, $3, $400. I make a joke because I see life. He won't see a money to buy weed, good. That money to buy weed is the most I get in, and then you can butter your bread for smoking that same weed because the most I was smoking. And he can't fathom that small understanding we get it, that the most I put here to say that shit to fuck him up in here. I mean, we tell you that here, but the most I can't do that. The most I, he want to claim that the most I unjust for doing that. But we go get into that later on in this. Right, and just to introduce the next point, right? So we explain you have to fear the Lord. You have to fear the Lord. It paramount to the way you live your life and how you view things. You need the fear of the Lord. If you don't have that, you as in we just reading the Psalms 119 and it's verse 9. You perish from the way. These men don't have the way, and just to prove it, right? We telling you have to fear the Lord. We can read here now. Everybody fear the Lord. Everybody who have this understanding know to fear the Lord. We're gonna start in Philippians, same chapter 2, but we're gonna read from verse 5, right?
The book of Philippians, chapter 2 and verse 5. Now, it is Son, the only begotten Son of the Most High Yahawah they're talking about here. Let this mind be in you, me and mine, Satan, the way you should be thinking, which was also in Hamashiach Yahawashi.
So
Yahawashi had the same mindset, the same frame of mind we telling you should have. He had it as well. Listen to the mindset he had. Who, being in the form of power, thought it not robbery to be equal with power, but made himself of no reputation, meaning make himself a bum.
Yeah, no, bring yourself down to a lowly state.
Yeah, and took upon himself the form of a servant, as he said, I've come not I've come not to be ministered unto, but a minister. Yeah, and was made in the likeness of men. And being found in the fashion as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross. Wherefore power also had highly exalted him. So after he go through all this torment and humiliation, they were the most high come and do it. After he humbled himself, they were the most high come and do it. Wherefore Yahawah also had highly exalted him and given him a name which is above every name. We know that name in that case meaning rank. So giving him a rank which is above every rank. That is the name of Yahawashi. Sorry, that at the name of Yahawashi every knee should bow, of things in heaven and things in earth and things under the heaven and that under the earth, and that every tongue should confess that Yahawashi Mashiach is Lord, to the glory of Yahawah the Father. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Now, a man go come and say, well, Yahawashi didn't do this. Bring in scriptures so that man will beat up. In the book of Mark, chapter 14 and verse 32. Right, so just to touch on what the brother is saying with these scriptures here. Just like how we telling you to fear the Lord, Yahawashi also feared the Lord. And just like how we explained that it have gifts at the end of the fear of the Lord, things that at that good life you're going to live, Yahawashi get that. He get that name and that rank and that authority that was above every name, every rank. King of kings, Lord of lords, he get that. And the Lord put he above everybody else in the earth. And how he had to get that? He had to humble himself and be afraid of the Father. Now we're going to start here in Mark chapter 14 verse 32 to prove this. The book of Mark chapter 14 and verse 32. And they came to a place which was named Gethsemane, and he said to his disciples, sit ye here while I shall pray. And he taketh with him Peter and James and John, and began to be so amazed and to be very heavy. Now, to get a little context of what's taking place here, days after the betrayal of Judas, after the Passover they had, and now he knew that was upon him. So he went to say his last prayers. Well, not his last prayers, but you know what I mean. He went to say the big farewell. The big, yeah, we're going on already. Just yeah. Right before he died on the cross, right before the game, give him up to well, not they, Judas gave him up to the Romans to crucify him. Is he? They the big moment he had with the Father. He asked him for strength, and you see in here he began to be so amazed and very heavy. Why? Because he was frightened. And he went forth. And he said unto them, the verse 34, and he said unto them, my soul is exceedingly sorrowful unto death. Tarry ye here, and watch. And he went forward a little, and fell on the ground, and prayed that, if it were possible, that the hour might pass from him. Now, I'm going to come and say, well, Yahawashi, I know he coming to die. We tripping off for. He didn't want to die. Nobody want to die. The King of Kings didn't want to die. Rather than just not die, because we know to die is gain, but what is suffering before the death. We was going and receive. We know he was going to get the suffering, the lashes, the fucking. Well, I do as much research as to how they torment him before he died, but the torment he suffered before that. I know one thing, a famous story which I heard, well, day before coming in truth, I believe it to be true. Is the 40 lashes he got before,
Having to go with the cross.
yeah, before carrying the cross and all of that. The thorn, the
Crown
crown
of
of thorns.
thorns,
Yeah, I know all that. I know much more about the torment, but you know his torment. He get tormented before he died. And the
And what
verse we say, he was, you know, he was about to get tormented, but what should we say? And the verse 35, and he went 36. So okay, the verse 36, and he said, Abba, Abba, all things are possible unto thee. So he's saying all things possible with you, Father, which is Yahawah. Take away this cup from me. This cup meaning the suffering and torment he had again. Nevertheless, not what I will, but what thou wilt. Because he know he father better than everybody else. He know one, he father don't play, and two, he know he have no choice. He can do he father tell he to do, no matter what. And I just to drive home the point of the fear. The man talking here, who we talking about here, is Yahawashi, Hamashiach, the begotten Son. So you watching me and telling me that he own son couldn't ask he not to suffer. He own son couldn't say, let we think, let we do it our next way. He own son know not to play them games. He own son know to fear his father. What we put his own son through, and you don't fear them. So he to the begotten son could get that kind of torment and that kind of torture, 40 lashes, and he had to walk across cities with a cross and get hanging in drawers in front of his own people, which mind you, he's the king of, he's them king. He had to go through all that shame and all that humiliation, and he father put you through that, and you don't fear the father. So he could do his son that, the begotten one, and we is his sons. We gonna do we? I don't want Ratazar, right? I don't want Ratazar, we is Jakes, we is his sons. If we is the Jakes, we gonna do we? And you don't fear the Lord? Well, just the same more on the fear of the Lord. Why we ought to as well, right? There is James chapter 2, verse 19. I wanted to touch on something on this point with the Yahawashi. I had to look at some with the Yahawashi with the Philippians 2 and 12 from 5 to 12 prove where it say he obtained a better rank than all of us, King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Even while he was on the earth, especially in that incarnation as Yahawashi, he was better than all of us. If you could watch me, right, I tell you the inspiration for this video is you, older brother, and we could sit down and be angry at we older brother for the fucking shit he doing and the shit he saying, especially. Yahawashi, he walked the earth, and especially in that incarnation, faultless, and the Most High. So the two things we want to think, you had to highlight about Yahawashi. That one, he's the only begotten Son. Two, he's the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. That is the freaking title he have. And three, is what? He was faultless in that incarnation. All three of those things being highlighted. And we see in here that what the Most High didn't have a fucking problem with butter in his bread. He didn't have a problem with butter in his bread. And this fucking nobody. The Most Ice Flex. That's your nickname. That ain't your real name. Ice Flex.
What we doing me that for?
What you doing me that for?
Well, a man who didn't do nothing.
A man who that in that incarnation fought. That is how we attain the rank of King of Kings, Lord of Lords. And he's Most High begotten Son. And he didn't have no problem fucking up him. What you telling me about who's Flex? Who's Flex? The Most High didn't say, nah, there's Yahawashi, we go get somebody else. Nah, there's Yahawashi, we have respect for Yahawashi. No, he didn't care. There's a king he embarrassed. The water, especially if you go back to the story, will take place with the water after he he committed adultery with Bathsheba, Uriah's wife. He freaking went and rented clothes and put dust on his head and started crying and begging the father not to do the child and begging for forgiveness. That is the king of Israel, the most second, most famous king. You wanna sit down here? Yeah. But you know what I mean? The most famous king of a fleshly vessel, a carnal vessel written in scriptures. He freaking could come here and sit down and you see how he freaking nice and bad. Imagine freaking we living in Trinidad. I can't imagine Rowley doing that. Rowley is the freaking the prime minister of Trinidad. So he's like the king rank in Trinidad in this freaking shit realm we living in. He had the rank of king for Trinidad and Tobago. If you're in America, Biden is the rank of king for America. You think them with the pride them having them hearts could go in front them people who they don't even give a fuck about in the first place, but them still have enough shame in the freaking mind to say and say, nah, I'm not gonna embarrass myself like this in front of these people. If the king of Israel, that's the most famous king of the planet,
And the Lord said,
and
I don't care about that.
he don't care about that. Don't care how we beg or kind of thing. Don't care how we embarrass. He freaking put that man through that level of embarrassment, and still freaking kill the child the first child who Bathsheba was pregnant with and gave birth to, and then Shalimar come through. You wanna sit on here and say he put he through that, and you could come and tell me about ice flex?
Right, and going with the James 2 and 19 now.
And thou believest, sorry, the James chapter 2 and verse 19, thou believest that there is one power, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. Here they say the devils, you know you call them Satan, and you see Satan and them boys? Them are all trembling in the presence of the Most High.
So,
Right. Right. So if Satan and these devils, whoever you wanna say the devils is, Esau, whoever you wanna say the devils is, all these spirits who are you afraid of, or you afraid of them spirits, and them afraid of the Most High. Why not just jump the gun? Afraid the Most High and nothing else. That is what we trying to tell you. Is have nothing else in this life worth being afraid of. And we can get reasons for this now. The situations we go through is fearful situations to be in. We not denouncing that. But what? You have to understand what? That the Most High is who instigating that entire situation. He's who moving these pieces in the chessboard. He had the chessboard and he don't even have an opponent. Just a shit situation, just moving you there.
yeah, and yeah, even to add to the points we was explaining how you embarrass Yahawashi and embarrass the water. There is Acts chapter 10 and verse 34.
The book of Acts chapter 10 and verse 34. Just in case a man still thinking this in the head. Then Peter opened his mouth and said, of a truth, I perceive that Yahawah, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is no respecter of persons. He's no respecter of persons. Yeah. So you see, this shit, what you fucking telling me, well, the Most High respect me. I a human being. I doing good and all this, man. He don't care about none of that. When we say Romans is 9 and 23, I think Romans 6 and 23, the transgression say, the wages of sin is death. You feel he care what good you do? He ain't watching that at all. He don't care about that. What you feel this is, I can do one sin and then I do two righteous acts and I gonna make up for them. He gonna fuck you up for that sin. Don't play that.
And that is a video for next time explaining, that point. But just to, continue with the respect of persons, there's Ezekiel chapter 9 verses 4.
Oh man, go say well. Alright. He care about these babies and shit. Man go say well, babies. Well, for those who understand reincarnation, we know our baby sin. But a man go come and say, well, a baby do nothing. A baby faultless. The little picnics on them, as they say in Jamaica, the picnics on them is youths. Leave them alone now. What? Hey, book of Ezekiel chapter 9, start and verse 4. And the Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry Say, and that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. You see all the men who saying fuck Esau and fuck the world, fuck all of this shit, I fuck my job and all this shit. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi till death, set a mark upon them. We gonna do to the others now. And to the others he said, in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. And smite, smite meaning to kill. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. You see, if you see a man, don't spare here to you do any mark, fuck he. Don't have no pity that when they killing them, you don't give a fuck. They verse 6. Slay utterly, old and young. Both
Old and old.
Young and young.
Old and
No, in between. No, old and young. Both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. A man go say, but he love Israelites, we starting it.
Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. There is Psalms chapter 127, verse 8
and 9. We start at verse 8. Now, a man go say, well, he fucking up his own people. He and do to people was fucking up his people now. There is them reward. There is Psalms 137, verse 8 and 9. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. We going and bust heads. Left, right, center. We don't give a fuck.
And at the end of the day, the Most High ordain it. So how you not scared of that? So you telling me the Most High at some point in time, whenever this time is, we don't know, he gonna literally watch me as the one that is as a humble servant of the Lord, as a man of the Lord, and he ordained that for me. He gonna tell me I could take somebody little picnic and bust the fucking head on a stone. How you not scared of that? How does that not make you afraid of this Lord we talking about? And really to highlight what we're talking about here is that he has no regard. That's what we're talking about here. He has zero regard for who he tells us to do it to. What we say in the Ezekiel 9 and 6. 9 and have ye no pity. If he go tell he's a mafia boss. When I ain't gonna talk about Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi mafia. That's a different. When Escobar was the head of the, I can't remember my name, I can't tell now. Not the Cali cartel, there was one in them. Medellin cartel, yes. When he used to send he hitmen to handle a scene, them was remorseless killers. And people would watch that and had zero problem with that. I joined this analogy. I mean, no, so the people he was sending ain't had no remorse, and he for sure ain't had no remorse. When I'll draw this scenario, like with monster trucks. People let's make not monster trucks, that demolition they was yet. They would make vessels, aka cars, just to go and fuck them up. And nobody don't see a problem with that at all. To the point where they go and sit up, they go and waste the money to go and sit down and watch that in a stand. Some men just be watching it on a TV. My thing is this, or you just sit down and watch that and fucking cheer. So what you can sit down and watch a mortal man who sinned by every transgression of the law. He sinned. You could sit down and watch this mortal man do that to African care whoever vessel he make and say it have no problem with that. But the vessels who the Most High make, if he see it fit to fuck me up, you gonna sit down here and say, nah, he can't do that. These people mad, them don't have the fear of the Lord in them, but them mad. And even when you read Hebrews chapter 10 verse 31, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of God, of the living God. Why is that a fearful thing? Well, we want to start at Deuteronomy chapter 32 and we'll read verse 39. See now, there is the Lord speaking here. See now that he, even he, is him, and there is no power with him. He kill and he make alive. He wound and he heal. Neither is there any that can be delivered out of his hand. There is Isaiah chapter 45, reading from verse 5. I am the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi. He is the Lord Yahweh, Bahasham Yahawashi, and there is none else. There is no power beside him. He girded thee, though thou hast not known him. That they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside him. He is the Lord Yahweh, Bahasham Yahawashi, and there is none else. He formed the light and create darkness. He make peace and create evil. He, the Lord, does all these things. We could read 1 Samuel chapter 2 and from verse 6. The Lord Yahweh killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord Yahweh maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raised up the poor out of the dust, and lifted up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes, and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, Yahawashi, and he hath set the world upon them. He will keep the feet of his saints, and the wicked shall be silent in darkness. For by strength shall no man prevail. So what we see in here, every single situation anybody could find themselves in, whether it's a good or a bad one, the Lord responsible for all that. So just as he could make you the king of Israel like we do with Saul, he could fuck you up and say fuck you. And just as how the water was a lowly shepherd and he picked that man to exalt he could do that. He could kill and he could make alive. He does kill and he does make alive. So what we see in here, you have to fear the Lord. He responsible for all these things. So now, I know what somebody listening to this video who's a scoffer might say, well boy, all these things are you accusing the Lord of, and saying, well boy, he killing babies, he doing this, he doing that, all these things he doing, by he making evil, he creating evil. But now, boy, the Lord, we fear him, but he wrong for that, boy. Like mad thing to say. The last point we're gonna end the video off with. Don't question the Lord Bahasham Yahawashi. We're gonna start this point in Romans chapter 9, starting from verse 19.
And just to touch on the last point we was talking about there, I want to bring out the fearful situations here. The people who you're seeing in this world. We know ultimately if somebody born, with a blemish, we say like the blind, the freaking disabled in some way, form or fashion. Yeah. Is the Lord do that? Like judgment. We know ultimately it's judgment for what they're doing in our past life.
So you don't know what judgment the Lord have coming to you.
You don't know if he have judgment coming to everybody. You could see he could come and freaking could slip and break your fucking back tomorrow and that happen.
He will it.
Before I seen some things out here, I told what I have Bahasham Yahawashi and we go through some of this because freaking even the live. Right, so yeah, there's been we from the GMS. We just watch the GMS Trinidad camp because we get informed that it's true brothers from GMS we in Trinidad, right? The last live we watched from them will take place on Thursday. They were towards the end of the live they was having a conversation with someone who would have appeared to have been molested as a child. We don't know if it happened to him or not. They asked the question. He said no, As far as we know, it didn't happen, but it doesn't appear to be. He's a young man, an 18-year-old man. There's no manliness about him. From the way he stands, he mannerism, everything. We know that has happened to men who get molested when they was young. To what I have Bahasham Yahawashi that didn't happen to me. Because he walking around and saying, I don't know how my mind state could that be. Because we live in a situation now where we live with parents, we didn't like it at all. You know, we can't go out any works as much as we would like to. We best form a prophesy now and spreading the word of Bahasham Yahawashi through these videos. And we just feel to freaking dark up the place with dealing with parents. To what I have Bahasham Yahawashi, that is the situation he am in. That video really make me say to Wada for this. I would never thought I'd ever say thank you for this, but to Wada Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi for that. Because I do not know how I would have been had a situation like what happened to him. But we assuming, yeah, if that is the judgment I had to face dealing with that. If that is how I could have, because I don't think if even knowing because you know we know it is serious grim points man how to bring it to walking in the street fair, you know, put your hands on man. But I hear that and I wanted to be there for that man to tell me who do it I want to go and dark up the place. That's serious. I do not know to what are these my affliction I had to go through, because if that was it instead, I don't know how I could have been. So to what every affliction you have in this life, you have to thank the Lord for that, because you could have been in a worse position. But to go to the Romans now, the Romans chapter 9. There's Romans chapter 9, reading from verse 19. Well, one more point before I read this too. Scripture also say that the deceiver and the deceived are his. You know, it is for you to be deceiving somebody and you think, well, that person you deceiving, here you are them in your back pocket. The Messiah, he in his back pocket, and you in his back pocket. You big asshole. There is Romans chapter 9, verse 19. Thou wilt say then unto me, why doth he yet find fault? For who had resisted his will? There is the Messiah will we talking about here. Nay, O man, who art thou that replies against the Messiah? So Apostle Paul saying, hey, to reply against the Messiah, you have no right to reply against him. That is a big man. Like the Father here we talking about. Shall the thing form say unto him that formed it, why hast thou made us? Made me thus, Torah. Had not the potter power over the clay? So the Most High make all our we, and he have power over all our we, including his son, he only begotten son. Of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor. What if power willing to show his wrath and to make his power known? Now he could have do this anywhere, any other way. He could have do this the way them they say this gentle Jesus, meek and mild. He could have do it like that. He could have just come and appear and say, hey, this do I say, as I kill you. And then he glory alone will make we do. He say no, no. What if he, Yahawah, willing to show, what if God Yahawah willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering, meaning patience, the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. So you see how Esau and the rest of heathen nations around the world thinking, well, we could just keep fucking up Israel. And the Most ain't gonna do nothing. How they say it in Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, because sentence against our evil work is not executed speedily, so the sons of men, so it is set in the hearts of the sons of men to continue to do evil and wickedness. Them thinking, well, seeing that nothing bad happening to we could just keep doing this. But the Most I saying, yeah, I fling on your cup, and you see when that overflow, but we go get to that later. Right, and you know, just to add to this point about the Romans 9, right? The Proverbs chapter 16, reading from verse 4. The Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi hath made all things, remember, he kill and he make alive for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord Bahasham Yahawashi.
though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. By mercy and truth, iniquity is purged. And by the fear of the Lord, Bahasham, men depart from evil. So this will be trying to say here. If you is an Israelite out here, even the heathens can come to fear the Lord when he exalts himself. But for now, we talking about now. If you're an Israelite out here, yes, men who have Tawara, men who have known Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, you ought to get the fear of the Lord in your heart, because that is imperative and paramount to escaping this day of evil. That we call it that. See, that day will coming. If you don't have fear of the Lord, it have no way you getting out of that. And now, men want to say, boy, the Lord song like a grandma. But where's that one? We all this, boy. Fear the Lord, I understand, but this song is real unfair, boy. We want to end the video off with this. This is Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 5.
Well, before we end, what I wanted to highlight here too is not only is he commanding fear from Israelites, he's also going to command fear from the wicked as well. So he really ain't had no care for anybody, because you might have been saying, no, saying, but look at Esau, Edom, and well, or ain't saying Esau, Edom, but look at all these white people do all this wickedness throughout history. Look at all these wicked white people do on the earth now. Look at all these wicked, not just white people, but if you see the Indians, all the races, all the nations on the earth, look at them, look at all the wickedness them doing, while the Most High doing, look, he doing me some, he doing them time go come. Where you say, much long suffering, the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, them time will come. But you can't sit down and watch the Most High not doing them anything, as it says in Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, because speedy work against an evil. Because sentence against an evil work is not done speedily, it is fully set within the hearts of men to do wickedly. Well, I'm paraphrasing, maybe it wasn't said exactly like that, but you can sit down and see that, and then use that as justification to sit down and say, nah, the Most High, he have respect for the heathens, he don't have respect for nobody. That's what these points was high, he don't have respect for nobody, just them time ain't come yet.
Right, and just to end it off, for anybody who wanna say, well, the Most High, boy, that this ain't fair, boy, this ain't right. How it is the Most High could do all of this, and then we still commanding all this fear for me. He can't be right to do that. Just to end it off, there is Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 5, right? The just Lord, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not. But the unjust knoweth no shame. In everything we accusing the Lord are doing, everything we saying he doing all of this, he just in all he doings. Don't question the judgments of the Most High. Don't go against what the Most High say. Fear the Most High, because that is the only thing that can give you salvation. And with that, we like to give all glory, all praise, all honor unto Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Kodash. All fear unto Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Kodash. Barakatum. Lord's willing, this lesson was edifying, and you were edified. We like to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS for giving us this truth in all sincerity, and for giving us this doctrine, Salakia, in all sincerity and in truth. To the men standing by the highways and byways pushing this doctrine, we say Shalom. And even to the Aquatium who sat and listened to this lesson in silence, we say Shalom.